What if every week an AI agent could research what's happening in your niche, decide what you should post, create your titles, hooks, and scripts, organize everything in Google Sheets, and then send your entire weekly content plan directly to Telegram? That's exactly what this workflow does.
And today we're going to build the entire system from scratch, step by step.
This isn't a simple content generator. We're going to use two different AI agents with different jobs. Agent number 1 is our AI trend researcher. It searches for current AI news, tools, n8n developments, and automation trends. Agent number 2 is our content strategist. It takes that research and turns it into an organized weekly content plan. The final plan gets structured and stored automatically in Google Sheets. And once everything is finished, I receive the complete plan directly on Telegram.
Before we build it, here's the publishing strategy I gave the agent for First Step AI. The important idea here is that you don't have to use my schedule. Once you build this workflow, you can change the system prompt and make the agent follow your own posting schedule. Let's understand the architecture before we start connecting nodes.
We start with our trigger. Then we define the information the workflow needs. The research agent searches for current topics. Those results go into our content strategist. The structured output parser forces the result into a predictable structure. Then we convert each day into its own item. Google Sheets stores our 5-day plan. Finally, we aggregate the rows, create a Telegram summary, and send it to ourselves. Let's start with the trigger. I'm using a manual trigger while we're building and testing. Once everything works, we'll replace this with a schedule trigger so the planner can run automatically every week. Next, I'm adding an Edit Fields node. This is where we define the context our agents need. Let's add the fields and its values. Now we're building the first brain of the workflow, our AI trend researcher. Its only job is research. I don't want this agent writing my weekly plan. Separating research from strategy gives us much more control. The key instruction is that the agent must use its connected research tool before answering. I also restrict the research so it focuses on AI tools, agents, n8n, automation, and topics relevant to First Step AI. For the chat model, I'm using Gemini, but you can use another supported model if you prefer. And this is important. I'm giving the agent a web research tool, so it isn't forced to depend only on what the model already knows. Let's configure our Firecrawl web search. The time-based search matters because I don't want my content planner recommending something that was news months ago.
This is the Google Sheet that I will use for my previous content log that I want to give to my agent so that it could plan properly, keeping in mind what content I already uploaded.
Whatever research my agent will do, that is important. But also another thing is important, that what content I have already uploaded on my channel in previous week or previous period, because my content strategist agent will take both the things into consideration while planning my next content. What are the current topics, number 1, and number 2 is what I have already uploaded. For that purpose, I will include the Google Sheet node, where I will put the log of all the previous data from my channel that already exist on my channel. Now I will add the aggregate node. We will use this node because we don't want the content strategist to execute each row in the Google Sheet separately.
This node will read the previous content, and it will turn all the rows into one item containing all previous content history. This is important because Content Strategist should run once, not 20 times. Then I will add the merge node. The main purpose of this merge node is to combine the research of the content research agent and the channel's previous uploads, so that it will decide what new topic it needs to put in the plan, which is not already uploaded on the channel.
Research alone isn't a content strategy, so now we're passing those findings to a second specialist.
This agent knows my publishing schedule and decides which research topic belongs on which day. Let's configure it. This is one of the most important parts of the workflow. Without structured output, the AI might return beautiful text that's difficult for the next nodes to use. The parser forces our result into predictable fields, such as Monday, topic, title, hook, content, and CTA. You will also get this code for the parser in the document as well.
Remember, it is really important to rename each node so that whenever you will see the workflow or you will run the workflow, you will understand that what each node is doing and how this workflow is functioning.
Right now, we have one large weekly plan, but Google Sheets needs 5 separate rows. So this code node converts Monday through Friday into 5 separate items. Monday is item 1, Tuesday, item 2, Wednesday, item 3, and so on.
After this, whatever plan our content strategist agent will develop, we need to save it in some sheet, right? For future purpose, or if we want to look over like before uploading or to review the plan. So we need a sheet for that, and we will make columns, whatever columns we need. For that purpose, we will make a new tab in the same sheet under the name of Weekly Content Planner Sheet.
Now we have clean, structured data, so let's save it. And let's attach the node of Google Sheet and start configuring it. Now I've got an actual content database instead of ideas disappearing inside an AI conversation.
But there's one problem. We now have 5 separate items and I want one Telegram message.
So we're going to aggregate those 5 items back into one weekly plan.
But before that, I will rename all the previous nodes that I forgot to rename. I always do that. Now I'll format that data into something that's actually readable on my phone. This code node takes each day's fields and builds one clean Telegram message. Connect your Telegram bot credentials, enter your chat ID, and for the message, we're passing the Telegram message created by the previous node. The chat ID you can get by attaching the Telegram trigger to this workflow and execute that step by sending the initial message. And then from there, you can save that chat ID for later on. And then afterwards, you can remove that trigger and add the manual trigger node to build the rest of the workflow. And there it is, my entire weekly content strategy delivered automatically.
So far, we've been testing manually, but a content planning agent isn't very useful if I have to remember to run it. So, as I explained earlier, you can change the trigger from manual trigger to scheduled trigger and set it to run once every week. Now the system can research, plan, organize, and deliver the next content plan automatically.
And remember, this isn't limited AI content. Fitness creator, education channel, tech channel, Instagram creator, change the niche, publishing schedule, and strategist instructions, and the same Arter becomes your own content planning system. If you build this workflow, tell me in the comments what niche you're using it for. And if you want more practical AI agents that actually automate real work, what we're building here, one workflow at a time. I'll see you in the next tutorial.